What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with Sam Callahan.
Hello.
Right now we're on tour in Glasgow. We've been on a 3-day UK tour. His headliner. I've been presenting. We've been to Birmingham, London, and now Glasgow. It's been awesome. We've been loving life. It's been really good. We've got the Glasgow gig in a couple of hours, so we're looking forward to that. But I thought I would just ask you a few questions because you were on X Factor. How many years ago now?
2013.
2013. So that's. That's 4 years ago. So he was on X Factor 4 years ago, and I feel like with X Factor and stuff like that, we see all the fun of it, but all of us want to know actually what it's actually like to be in it. If that makes sense. So I thought we'd just talk about that. If that's cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
Cool.
So overall, how was the experience? Like overall.
I see X Factor experiences as both positive and negative. I think there was some real difficult learning curves for me, which were more of a negative, but I guess turned out to be a positive in the end, because obviously if you're learning, you're growing, and that's progress, isn't it? That's progress. So so that's good, but I also think, you know, that it's a great platform for any kind of young artist to go on and use as exactly that, as a platform. And that's really all I was. You know, I was a young artist growing a fan base organically, and I got the chance to go on the show. They said, you know, do you want to come and audition? So I'm an opportunist, and I went, you know, I'm going to take that opportunity. Yeah,
it's helped you definitely. You've been reaping the benefits for the past four years now. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So talk us through the audition process of it all, because the auditions we see on there aren't the start, from what I know, kind of.
Yeah. So some people go through the whole where they, you know, queue up from day one. Me personally, I got asked to come and audition. So at first I actually said no. And then when I did audition, it was the last round of auditions, so I had to drive all the way to Wales to go and audition. But I did my producers rounds and my judges rounds all in one day. So the idea at X Factor is you go through a few different rounds of auditions, and you go through, I had 2 producers auditions and my judges audition in one day. So the first people that you see, it's not on camera, it's not on television, it's not televised. But yeah, it's just the producers behind the show, and those people. So they kind of audition you, put you through or not. And is
it like we saw like is there just
but it's just in a room. You know, 2 people sitting in the room. In the corner of the room, and they kind of, you sing to them and chat to them. Yeah, that's basically it.
And then the judges won. How many songs do you sing then? Because we only see a snippet of it.
I think I sang 3 songs in the producers round, and then in the judges round I sang 2 songs. But I think you only saw 1.
Yeah, no, so I don't think we've ever seen 2 songs unless when Simon goes, no, that's bad.
So I sang, the one that everybody saw was James Blunt, You're Beautiful, and that was with my guitar.
From what I was looking at your videos the other day, from what I was thinking, that's when it was in front of an audience, wasn't it?
No, that was the Bootcamp.
Okay, Bootcamp was my audience, so that was just... And is there a lot of conversation between you and the judges in the auditioning process or not?
Not hugely. You have to remember it's all televised and stuff, so you got someone else going, okay, right, so do you want to stand on the X? Yeah, do you want to sing? Do you want to So it kind of goes like that. Do you want to tell Sam to stand on the X? And you know,
is it very formal like that? Yeah,
it works like that, but so I went in, and the first song I actually sang was "We'll Be Coming Back" by Calvin Harris. Yeah. But that didn't get televised. So then they asked me to sing another one, and that was that.
Do you get hair and makeup for that or not?
No. Just just my usual makeup.
Just the usual makeup. So you got past auditions, bootcamp. And with bootcamp, I always see bootcamp, and they're always like, this is the hardest part of the show. This is really hard. Oh, this is not good. Is that as hard as they say it is, bootcamp?
So yes. In a nutshell, yes, it is. Bootcamp for me was really, really difficult. We had the 6-chair challenge. We were the first year with the 6-chair challenge.
That's brutal.
Oh my goodness, it feels like the Hunger Games. Yeah. Like, you literally feel like you're going up there to sing and like fight for your life. But the other thing is I've always been taught in vocal lessons and stuff that to get the best out of your voice, you have to stay hydrated. So I pretty much drowned myself over the course of that weekend. I was just drinking water like it was going out of fashion. And the result of that was that I was peeing a lot. we did all the different rounds, and then it came to the 6-chair challenge, and I was like, oh, I need a wee. So I went to the toilet, came back, and literally 5 minutes later, someone came over and was like, all right, Sam, it's your turn. I was like, can I just go for a wee first? They were like, you've literally just been. So no. So I was like, right, okay. Anyway, so I went on, and I was the first person in my category to audition. I was also the first person to get a chair, so I went and sat down. That 5-minute section that you watch on telly at home in your living room actually lasts about 3 hours. So
that's what I was thinking.
Sat on my chair needing a wee for 3 hours and wasn't allowed to go anywhere.
Was it just like between each artist there's a big break?
Yeah, there's a break, there's something's gone wrong with the cameras, you know, they have to set up again, Simon Cowell needs a wee, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't actually have Simon, but yeah, you get the point.
And the audience is brutal in that. They're all chanting your name.
Yeah, they'll, you know, if they don't like you, they'll shout off. Yeah, some people got that was horrible.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then...
So yeah.
When do you find out who the judge is in that? Because it changes each year. That's what I always watch it, but it changes each year. When do you find out who your judge was?
You find out who your judge is just at the start of Bootcamp. So you basically have...
Because they walk in and then you run in, don't you? Because that's what we saw on telly. Is that
what
that
you see? Yeah, that is exactly.
That is exactly what it's like.
Basically, we all stand outside, and the cars came around. And they had these like posh BMWs, and then they sort of had to wait and sit in their cars for ages, and then whilst they reset the cameras, and then they start filming again, and they come out. And you find out who you've got, and that's how they were revealed to us. But yeah. Yeah,
so you got through 6 chairs. Then it's judges' houses, and we always see you in the airport. And they're like, you open yours up and you went to Ireland, didn't you?
Yeah, no, we went to...
Do you not go to Ireland? Because normally Louis goes to Ireland, doesn't he?
Yeah. Literally all the time. As soon as we had Louis, we were like, oh, we're going to Ireland, great. I mean, I love Ireland, but I'd rather go like somewhere tropical. Not going to lie. So we got Saint-Tropez in the south of France.
That's a win. I've been there.
Which was,
I've been there. It's lush there,
yeah.
Do you know beforehand, or was it just you get to the airport?
No,
Oh, you do get that?
You find out there and then.
So did you pack for Ireland and then
I had to pack.
Did they tell you what you needed to pack or not?
Well, they told me that where I go, it could be sunny or it could not, which is really difficult to pack for. So I just packed some different bits and bobs.
So then you get to judges' houses. Are you still choosing the songs then of what you sing or not?
Yes, at judges' houses you've chosen the songs prior to going. And you learnt them at home and stuff. So I got to choose my songs for judges' houses. I liked those songs, thought they were great. And they suited me, and that was good.
Yeah, so judges' houses. How long were you actually in Saint-Tropez for?
It was about a week, I think.
A week,
yeah.
And was it all filmed in the first few days, and you had like a holiday, or what's that?
No.
What's that? You
just filmed every day, like so.
Oh, flip.
Yeah, but a lot of it is B-roll. You turning up. There was one bit like we went to the beach and had to film like getting out the water and stuff like that. There was a bit where they'd hired a boat, it was like a £60 million yacht, and we had to go on there, not touch anything, we were told. So, but yeah, so you film all of those bits over a few days, and then I think the last like 2 or 3 days are the bits where you sing, and you sing different. You sing one song one day, another song another day.
Oh, do you actually? So good wear the same clothes then?
Yes. Yeah. For 2 days.
Who was the guest judge for that?
We had Shane Filan from Westlife.
Oh, okay. I would like to say I know who he is, but I feel like I'm a bit younger.
Come on, man.
I'm like 5 years younger than you, so I don't really know that.
Oh, Mandy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you. Just you, bro. Just you. So, judges' houses. How long have you got them from judges' houses to live shows?
From judges' houses to live shows was quite a while. I'm not 100% sure how long, but
you had to keep it a secret.
Yeah, you had to keep it a secret. There was a little while whilst we were at home. There was the bit where they film when we get home and they come and film at your house. And then there is the bit where you move into the X Factor house and still nobody knows that you're through. Yeah,
so I've known other people who've been on X Factor before, and they've been messaging me, they've been like, oh, we just got through the judges' houses. And they tell me they got through the judges' houses normally at the time of when the auditions start to air. Is that like the timing of it all?
About that, right.
So you have like a span of like 6 weeks of where...
Yeah. So there's a whole bit where you're not allowed out. You literally have to... You're on house arrest in this, in this big house.
Are you actually?
For
how long for? 2 weeks. 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 2
Like a month.
What was it?
It's not like a month. It's like 2 or 3 weeks. It feels like forever though.
What was that like? What was the house?
I loved it. So the house we had, the house we actually had was Lionel Richie's old house.
Oh, nice.
So it had this big pool and it was beautiful. In Enfield in North London.
Yeah.
And it was great fun. We all had a good laugh. And then the kind of first week everyone's just mucking about and stuff and maybe singing a bit, but they don't know what's coming up. Do you know what I mean? So then there's a lot of just filming for talk for the sponsors. Filming for the internet side of X Factor, like you have YouTube channel and all this.
With those sponsors, do you get any money from that or not? No. So that's what goes to X Factor.
That goes to X Factor.
So so it's the week before the shows. Song choices. Do you get to choose them or not?
So I've never been very kind of secretive about the fact that I didn't really get to choose many of my songs on the live shows. Yeah. The situation is they say, go away and pick 5 songs in this category, because you have the themes for each week in this category. So I go away, and obviously having been a singer for a long time, I know what sort of songs I can sing, I know what key I can sing in, I know what sort of stuff suits me. So you go away and you choose your songs, and usually I chose maybe a couple more than 5. Like I make sure I've got some cool choices there. And most times when I went back to the production team, we go back, right, okay, these are my songs, this is my list of songs. Most of the times they were like, no, they're cool, but we want you to sing this one. And you're like, what was the point of me going and researching all that, practicing these?
And then obviously you have no choice in that matter then, do you?
Well, no. I seem to think I did. So I had like 6-hour arguments at one point with the production team. So I was like, this is like... Well, I know it's for everybody else. It's a TV show in the living room on a Saturday night. For the production team, it's it's a company and it's money making. But for us as artists, whether you like it or not, this is our career.
It's your career, definitely.
So this is an opportunity for us to showcase ourselves in the best possible light, and whatever we're trying to do to make that happen is just being sort of put aside. And you go, no, actually, you're going to sing this, which is not great. So but as an artist, when something like that happens, you just have to kind of put up with it, and I guess in the end I just tried to make the best of everything I was given. And then a couple of times, like I Won't Give Up, I think I sang one week, I really liked that song. I sang a U2 song called All I Want Is You. And although U2 are a great artist, the song didn't lend itself to being on a Saturday night TV show like X Factor for the viewers. They wouldn't have really liked it, because it didn't have that whole uplifting feel and the whole powerful kind of structure to it. It just wasn't that kind of song. So I argued for hours and hours about that one. In the end I lost the argument, so I decided that I'm a writer. I've been a writer since I was 12. I was like, I'm gonna almost kind of send this song somewhere else at the end and make it make it grow and make it big. And then just before I went on stage to do it, in the end, I was like, right, I'm going to do it my way now.
You didn't? No, did you actually?
Yeah, so I changed it, and then everyone loved it, and it was quite a good
good week for me.
Were
the annoyed or not?
I don't know, they didn't really talk to me about
it. Fair play. And so we see...
I didn't really care either.
Louis was your judge.
Yeah.
And you see them judging you, like helping you out throughout the week. How much of that is true? Like, how much... did you and Louis actually communicate in that week? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much did he actually judge you, or was it all, most of it's just, hey, Louis, come here, we're going to film you?
Go. Be so careful what I say. I don't believe that the judges have as much to do with the artists in the competition as
is portrayed
to the people at home.
Okay. That's a very media trained of you. I'm really proud of you. That was a really good media trained answer.
Diplomatic.
Yeah, very diplomatic there. So spilled up week one. Let's say about week one. So your outfits. This was a very mundane question. I've always wanted to know.
Yeah.
Who chooses what you wear?
You have a whole outfit team. So one thing, I had hair a bit like you. I had my hair kind of coming down here, and that was just my thing. And but they made me cut my hair, which I sucked at the time, but now I've pretty much kept it like it. So. But yeah, I think like all of that stuff you have to be aware is going to happen. They're probably going to make you wear stuff you don't want to wear. They're probably going to make you sing stuff you don't want to sing, and you're probably going to have to cut your hair. Like, it's just this part of the show, I guess now. So did you enjoy did you like the outfits you wore or not? Most of them, yeah.
Did you get to keep? You get to keep them afterwards? Do you?
No, I've got a couple of my X Factor outfits. There's like stuff where they've altered it for my shape, or they've added a bit or cut a bit off. That sort of thing they've let me keep.
Yeah, you probably don't know this. You probably wouldn't know this or not, because probably most of the outfits proper brand endorsement, I would have thought.
A lot of them were Top Man, River Island.
I would have thought it'd be very brand endorsement.
Things like that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So they worked a lot with Alexandra McQueen.
Nice.
I'm really...
No. I'm going
Come on, man, you're a fashion guy.
I know, I'm going nice, but I don't know who that is.
Apparently that's like really cool. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
awesome. So good, yeah.
Live shows, were you nervous? The first live show that's about to air, what's the feeling backstage then? Like, what's going through?
I can literally remember that moment like it was yesterday. So my first song I did was Summer of '69, week 1.
I remember that.
I felt way out of my depth because I'm a performer. My voice since X Factor has come on leaps and bounds, and I've worked really hard on it, and I love like doing songs that really show off my vocal range now, because it's changed and my abilities have grown. But at the time I was so much more of a performer than a vocalist, and there was some, Sam Bailey was on my ear. She was an absolute machine, like vocally.
Vocals.
And there was a few others. So I kind of felt slightly out of my depth, and I was scared about that. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of sock it to them and just give it as much as I've got. So that's exactly what I did. But it was terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Again, like Bootcamp, you literally feel like the closest thing I can compare X Factor to is Hunger Games. That sounds ridiculous, but genuinely, that's the feeling you get.
And are you, because second you go into live shows, you're in the public eye, you've got paparazzi, all of that, I would have thought, Do they train you or help you in any way to deal with that? Like, is there people that like help you, like, don't
I had a 30-second media meeting to basically say, don't talk about war or religion. Try not to swear. And that was kind of all you get, really, if I'm honest. You do get thrown in the deep end. I remember turning up to one of our first events in London at Sanctum Soho Hotel or something.
Soho House.
That place. So and I got out of the cab and it was just a sea of flashes, like literally couldn't see anything. And it was the first time I've ever dealt with anything like that, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" But it was cool. It was a great feeling, and
it's good. It's like a once and like you don't really see it every day. Definitely, that's awesome. So we're going. Let's move back into like further through the competition. It's getting more competitive. You're getting through rounds. You're killing it. When it gets more competitive, and then it's Sunday's the results day. So you do Saturday night. What's that 24 hours like until result? What do you do in those 24 hours?
It's all very, very quiet. So in a big house with lots of artists with huge egos who are all very excitable, very loud, huge characters. Most of the time it's very loud, it's very in your face. After the first show on the Saturday night and knowing you've got the results on the Sunday, everyone comes home and it is... Firstly, everyone's so tired because we've been working all week, and then we've done the show, and it's kind of got to that point where everyone goes, oh, that's done, and then, so literally until the next day, until we get into the studios and stuff the next day, it's all just really quiet and really dead and really awkward, and everyone's like, oh my God, who's going to go?
And then, so you're there... You get to the studios probably a few hours beforehand, do you? Or are you there most of the day? For like
no, you get there at about 7-8 o'clock in the morning.
And then what do you do for the rest of the day? You're not performing.
So you do sound checks. You do.
Because you do the group performance, don't you?
Yeah, you do like a rehearsal.
When's that all arranged?
Outfit fitting. In the morning, and they kind of tailor it if it needs sorting by the evening. And that's what you do most of the day.
And what's the feeling like? You're standing there on stage and this Dermot's calling out. Dermot was your year? Because there's one year he didn't do it, wasn't there?
Dermot was my year.
Yeah, what's that like?
Again, terrifying. It was all very exciting. Like, don't get me wrong, but it is really scary because I think the further you get into the competition. Like, I only ever set myself the target of getting to Bootcamp. So every time I got further, I was like, I really want to get to the next round. And when you get that far in, it matters so much to you. It's, you know, at the time it becomes like, oh my god, it's the end of the world if I go out.
Yeah.
But the funny part about it is for most of us as artists, it's just actually the very beginning. It's just the platform. It's just the stepping stone, you know, as it was for me. And yeah, I think, but at the time, you know, you're standing there,
it's just
and
mental.
it's really, really scary.
What's it like? What's your relationship like with judges? So you got the 4 judges and Diamond, like the people who we see on camera. Do you talk to them much? If so, was there some people like you really like clicked with, or do they kind of keep themselves and the acts to themselves? Like,
I got on with Sharon the most.
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne. I don't feel like you have so much to do with them that you have enough time to click it. But yeah, I mean, like Louis a realist, and he believed one week that I was going out.
Yeah.
And proceeded to tell me for the whole weekend, oh, you're going to go out this weekend. You're going to go out this weekend.
That's a really confident boost, I would have thought.
Yeah, exactly. So just for anybody at home who's watching this, the way I work and the way I've always worked from like the age of about 13 years old is through the power of positive thinking. And some people call it the law of attraction, the secret. Loads of people call it different things. But that's how I've always worked. I relied on it like to no end in the X Factor, and I was so very much on it with all of that stuff. And then having your judge tell you for the weekend that you're going out every 5 minutes was a bit brutal. So we bashed heads a little bit that weekend, me and Louis, to say the least.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, and then the funny thing was I didn't go out.
Yeah, that's jokes. So
I was a bit like...
Yeah, definitely. When you did go out, how long do you have to move? What's it like then? What's that? So you've gone out. What's that like?
It's up to you. To be honest, after that, you're not their problem anymore, so they kind of don't really mind what you do. Like I said, you know, my stuff's at the house, I'm going to stay and say bye to everyone and stay one more night. And my parents were going to, and they come and pick me up in the morning. You know, I've got the rest of my life to go and see my family and stuff. And although that's really important to me, this had been such a big deal in my life. I was like, I want to say, you know, I'd made lots of friends, and I was like, I want to say, you know, goodbye and stuff.
So there was a silver lining of you going out. You got on tour. You got the tour.
Yes.
Let's just quickly. I know it's a long video. Let's just quickly tell me about that experience.
The tour was amazing. We are literally about 100 yards from...
Like, if we go out that window there, we can see where you perform.
Yeah, there is literally... about 100 yards from here, there is the Glasgow Hydro Arena, and that was one of the venues of many. I think we did 42 shows on our day.
That's ridiculous.
On our tour. And yeah, it was a lot of shows. It was over 2 months.
Tour life must have been...
It was crazy, yeah. We travelled around on a big bus, and then we went to all these cool hotels. I ate so much pizza, I got a little bit fat after tour. I had to lose some weight, but it was just amazing. It was really, really, really cool.
With all the production, do they just take everything from the shows and just like, oh, you know, like we're just doing that there? Like outfits, the whole lighting, the whole production.
They do, yeah.
It's all just like, let's just copy that show.
Yeah, sometimes there are bits they change.
Yeah.
But 90% it's all based on the X Factor show, because that's what people are going to see, you know.
And how's the lineup? Just like not the lineup. How's this like who goes first and what points? 'Cause I know I came and watched him. Like I've met you this week, but I came and watched him. What's really weird. Because I know the winner has just the last segment, just them. But what's the rest of it like?
So it's 1 to 8. So you've got the 12 finalists, and 1 to 8 managed to get on the tour. And basically, I think the 8th one has the least amount of songs.
Yeah. Oh, so it just goes like
the last one has the most amount of songs. Works like that.
What's your favourite memory of tour?
My favourite memory is either the Glasgow Hydro Arena, which is over there, or the O2 Arena. I think the O2 Arena because, like, although my sister and my brother came here to see me,
that's the dream, isn't it?
The rest of my family, I had all my family come and watch me perform at the O2 Arena, which actually has been a whole lifelong dream. Someone actually took a picture of me at the O2 Arena with all the crowd and everything, and I got it. I have it tattooed on my arm. Just there.
Oh yeah, sick. Oh, that's sick, bro.
So yeah, so I mean that's probably like the biggest dream I've ever actually. You know, people dream of all sorts of amazing stuff, and that's a huge one for me that I genuinely got to. So yeah, it was
awesome.
cool.
Well, thanks so much for coming on. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. Go check out Sam. He's got a single out. He's on tour. There's massive stuff coming ahead his way. So yeah, definitely check out. Links will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to slap that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you next time I bother to upload. So yeah, see ya.
See ya.